Good morning, dear students of class 8. Welcome to the English online learning class. Today we are going to revise the text of the lesson from your book. It so happened, the first lesson, How the Camel Got His Hump. Students, you have already read this lesson as an overview of this lesson was shown to you, and this lesson is by the author Rudyard Kipling, and it is an abridged form of the lesson, a short form of this lesson, which is in your book. So let us read the lesson. The world had just begun, and the animals were working for humans. There was one lazy animal that did nothing and said nothing but hum. Even the clever Zin was at its wits' end. So the world had just started, and animals, they were working for humans. But then there was a lazy animal who did not do any work and only said hum. Even the clever Zin, who was the caretaker of the entire forest, even he was means surprised why the camel was not working. And so he decided to do something to make the camel work. So the lesson begins like this. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel, and he lived in the middle of a howling desert. Because he did not want to work, he ate sticks and thorns and prickles, and when anybody spoke to him, he said hum, just hum, and no. So in the picture also, you can see the camel just sitting and in the middle of the desert and not working, whereas other animals, they used to work. And when anyone used to ask him to come and work, he used to only say, "Come." Presently the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, "Camel, oh camel, come out and trot like the rest of." So the first person that came to him, the first animal that came to him was the horse. And one Monday morning, he had a saddle on his back, and he asked the camel to come and trot like others. "Humph," said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man. The camel said "Humph," and the horse left, and he told man that camel is not ready to come and work. Presently the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." So the next animal who came to tell the camel to come and work was the dog. And he was having a stick on in his mouth, and he said, "Come and fetch like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. So the dog also did the same thing, because camel was not ready to work, so he went away and told man. Presently the ox came to him with a yoke on his neck and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and plow like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. So even ox came, and he asked the camel that come with us and yoke. The ox had a yoke on his neck, and he said, "You come and plow like the rest of us." But the camel only said "Humph," so the ox went away and also told man about the same thing. At the end of the day, the man called the horse, the dog, and the ox together. So you can see in the picture, the man is sitting on a stone and talking to a horse, ox, and the dog. 303, I'm very sorry for you, but that hump thing in the desert can't work, or you would have been here by now. So I'm going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for it. So the man told his decision to the three animals that because camel is not working, so you will have to do double work because I cannot make the camel work. That made the three very angry, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert. The camel came chewing cud and laughed at them. Then he said humph and went away again. So the three got very angry because they had to do double the work. So they were discussing amongst themselves what to do. Camel came there and he laughed at them and said humph and then went away. Presently there came along the jinn who was in charge of all the desert, rolling in a cloud of dust. So you can see the jinn who was coming to that area, and he heard these three animals complaining. Jinn of all deserts, said the horse, is it right for anyone to be idle? So the horse began the question. He questioned the jinn that how far do you think it is right that a person should be left without work? Certainly not, said the jinn. Well, said the horse, there is a thing in the middle of the desert with a long neck and long legs, and he hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot. So the horse complained about the camel and said that he has not done any work since Monday morning. Phew, said the jinn, whistling, that's my camel. What does he say about it? He says hum, and he won't plow, said the ox. So the ox also said that uh, the camel is not ready to plow. Very good, said the jinn. I will humph him if you kindly wait a minute. So the jinn said, do not worry, I am going to humph him. I am going to set him right. And you just give me a minute. So we have completed part 1 of this lesson. We have revised part 1 of this lesson. So students, watch the video, and when you are watching the video, write down the important points in your notebooks. As well as if you have any problem, any doubt, any query, you can also write it and you can post it in the WhatsApp group. So thank you students. Have a nice day and take care.